Next question is, explain why we can experimentally observe the wave-like properties of electron but not for billiard balls. According to de Broglie formula for wavelength stated with the material particles, that the wavelength is given by h divided by mass time velocity of the particle. Here mv is the momentum of the particle. By this relation, we found that the wavelength is inversely proportional to the mass of the particle. Greater will be the mass, smaller will be the wavelength of the particle. So the mass of billiard ball is much larger than the mass of the electron. When we put the value of mass of billiard ball and speed, then we get very smaller wavelength as compared to the mass of electron with certain speed which we take say for the बिलियर्ड बॉल्स. यहाँ पे हम बिलियर्ड बॉल्स के लिए और इलेक्ट्रॉन दोनों की अगर स्पीड सेम रखें 0.5 टाइम स्पीड ऑफ लाइट या कोई भी हम ग्रेटर स्पीड लेके उसकी फाइंड करें, बहुत हाई स्पीड के साथ में मूव कर रहे हो या 50 मीटर पर सेकेंड 50,000 मीटर पर सेकेंड 10 पावर 6 10 पावर 7 मीटर पर सेकेंड कोई सेम स्पीड बिलियर्ड बॉल के लिए लें और इलेक्ट्रॉन के लिए लें, तो यहाँ पे हमारे पास जो रिजल्टेंट वेवलेंथ का एक्सप्रेशन आएगा फॉर बिलियर्ड बॉल, द वेवलेंथ स्टेटेड विद बिलियर्ड बॉल इज मच स्मॉलर दैन द वेवलेंथ स्टेटेड विद द इलेक्ट्रॉन. द वेवलेंथ स्टेटेड विद बिलियर्ड बॉल इज so smaller then we cannot find that wavelength. We can find the wavelength of X-rays. We have certain radiation which having very smaller wavelength like gamma rays, X-rays. So the wavelength of the electron is nearly equal to the wavelength of the X-rays or gamma rays, which is so small that we can measure that wavelength. But the wavelength stated with billiard ball is much smaller than the wavelength of X-rays or gamma rays. So it's not possible for us that to measure that smaller wavelength. That's why we say that the wavelength or the wave-like property is stated with the electron, but we not state the wave-like property with the billiard ball. We can experimentally observe the wave-like nature or wave-like property in the electron, but we not experimentally observe that phenomena for billiard ball because the wavelength of billiard ball is much smaller that we cannot find, we cannot detect that wavelength. But for electron, the wavelength is nearly or approximately equal to the wavelength of X-rays. So we can find that wavelength. Next question is, why must the rest mass of photon be zero? As you know that photon is the particle of light and it's move with speed that's equal to c. So when any object move with speed of light or comparable with speed of light, then there is a dilation in the mass of that object, that particle, and the relativistic mass or that dilated mass is given by expression that is original mass or rest mass of the particle divided by relativistic factor. So if photon have certain rest mass, that's denoted by m, and when it's moved with speed of light, then there is dilation in the mass of rest mass of the photon, and that dilation, that relativistic mass given by rest mass of photon divided by relativistic factor. Here V for photon is equal to c because photon is particle of light and it's always move with c. So the relativistic mass of photon is given by rest mass of photon divided by 1 minus c square divided by c square under the root. Here c square divided by c square equal to 1. So we have m divided by 0, and anything divided by 0 become infinity. So when photon is in motion, then its mass become infinite, which is not possible because for infinite mass we require infinite energy to move or to stop, and it's not possible that any object have infinite mass. So when we take the rest mass of photon always 0, and when it's moved then it's having certain relativistic mass which not equal to infinity. If initially it's have certain mass, then after moving with speed of light its mass become infinity, which is not possible. And if we write the expression of energy stated with the photon, then according to Einstein mass energy relationship, that E is equal to mc square. So here if m become infinity, then energy stated with photon also become infinity, which is also not possible. So due to this reason that if photon have certain rest mass, its relativistic mass and energy become infinity. Photon not have the rest mass. When it's have rest mass, then it's have infinite relativistic mass and infinite energy, which is not possible. Next question is, if the following particle all have the same kinetic energy, which one have the shortest wavelength? You have 4 particles: electron, alpha particle, neutron and proton. You have these 4 particles. If these 4 particles have the same kinetic energy, then which one have the greater wavelength? You know that the wavelength stated with the particle, these are 4 particles, so you write the de Broglie expression for the wavelength stated with the particle, that's given by h divided by mv. And if you derive the value of kinetic energy, value of v from expression of kinetic energy, you get this value, that v is equal to 2 times kinetic energy divided by mass. So by putting value of v in this expression, you get wavelength of the particle is equal to h divided by 2m into kinetic energy. पहले ही 3-4 क्वेश्चन आपने ऐसे डिस्कस कर लिए, आपको समझ आ गई होगी कि ये रिलेशन आपने कैसे डिस्कस डिराइव किया है. Here according to given condition that the kinetic energy for all particle is same and h is constant, 2 is also constant, so h divided by 2 times kinetic energy is equal to constant. So here you find that the wavelength stated with 4 particles is inversely proportional to the square root of the mass of the particle. The particle having greater mass have smallest wavelength. Here you have 4 particles, that is alpha particle, electron, proton and neutron. And you know that alpha particle is actually helium nucleus, and in helium nucleus you have 2 proton and 2 neutrons. So helium is a particle which having greatest mass out of these 4 particles. And after helium you have proton and neutron, then electron. Electron is the lightest particle, means it's having smallest mass. So electron wavelength is larger as compared to proton, neutron and helium, and the helium have the smallest wavelength because helium mass is greater, so it's having smallest wavelength, and electron mass is smallest, so it has greatest wavelength. Here in your question you have asked that which particle have the shortest wavelength. So due to greater mass of the alpha particle have the shortest wavelength because wavelength is inversely proportional to mass. Alpha particle mass is greater than electron, proton and neutron, so its wavelength is smallest or shortest. Next question is, an electron and proton have same de Broglie wavelength, which particle have greater speed? Again you use the de Broglie relation for wavelength stated with the particle, and here he asked that you have 2 particles, proton and electron, and these 2 particles have same de Broglie wavelength, then which one have greater speed? Here you find the expression of the speed by de Broglie relation of wavelength stated with particle. You get this expression. Here v is equal to, by this equation, v is equal to h divided by m lambda, and here according to given condition wavelength is same, wavelength is constant, h is also a constant, so you have h divided by lambda is equal to constant. Instead of h divided by lambda you write constant, so v is inversely proportional to 1 by m. The particle having greater mass have smaller speed and the particle with smaller mass have larger speed. Here mass of proton is greater than the mass of electron, so proton move with less speed as compared to speed of electron. Speed of electron is greater than speed of proton because mass of electron is less than the mass of proton. These are short question of your chapter 18. Next inshallah we discuss the numerical questions of chapter 18. Thank you.